nigga. Get ready.
Hello there everybody and welcome to Play to Win. My name is Tyler and today we are going to talk about my hopes and predictions and the possibilities of what can come at next week's PlayStation Showcase that was just announced earlier today as of recording. Today we're recording, yesterday when the video goes live. We're going to talk about those things in this video. There's a lot to kind of go into, but I'm going to make it as brief as possible. Before we get into the predictions and hopes, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, turn on the notification bell as well. That way you know when videos go live, and go watch all our other stuff. It's all greatly appreciated. Share the show, share everything with everybody. We greatly appreciate it. With all that being said though, we're going to get into these predictions. So, as I said, Sony has announced, they have confirmed that next Thursday they will be holding a PlayStation Showcase. We have not had a big blowout PlayStation Showcase since September of last year, actually, when they, that's when they announced Final Fantasy 16. That's when we saw Hogwarts Legacy. That's when we saw a couple different things for the very first time. But we haven't had a big showcase since then. We've had a couple different state of plays in the time since then, but we haven't had a summer showcase. Like Nintendo had their E3 Direct, Microsoft has done a couple things this summer, but Sony has been kind of quiet this year and the summer as a whole, really. But they're coming in, right here at the tail end of summer, because although it's September, summer is not over till the very end of September, so September 21st, around there. So they're coming in kind of close, but we are getting our summer showcase from them, and they have confirmed it will be 40 minutes long, and it will kind of showcase games that are coming to PS5 in the future. They have confirmed though that there will be no PSVR 2, no next gen PSVR will be here in the show. But we are going to get some cool stuff here, and after the show is done, there's going to be like deep dive interview video type things with the devs from some of the games that are going to be showcased in this event that they're going to have. But they also kind of didn't temper expectations like they have with their previous data plays. In their past data plays they've been doing, they've kind of said there's not going to be God of War, there's not going to be this, there's not going to be that. They didn't do that this time. They just said, hey, we're holding a showcase. We know it's been a while. We know you've been patient. Thanks. It's going to be good. That's all they've said. They said tune in. So with that being said, we're going to get into these predictions right now. First up, I want to go through my predictions, my hopes for first party realm. All right, let's just get this one out the way. The elephant in the room, God of War, or God of War Ragnarok, excuse me, as people have been calling it. I think we're seeing it this time. I think this will be the time we actually see gameplay of this game. We all know it was first announced famously at the very end of the first PlayStation 5 showcase in June of last year. Since then, we have not seen anything from this game. We have not heard anything about it, aside from the fact that it will be coming out in 2022 and will be coming to both PS4 and PS5. Other than that, we have not heard a single thing about this game. But I think this is when we see gameplay. We're gonna see gameplay of it for sure. I think we'll see I think it will be like a cinematic teaser or trailer of some sort, but there will most definitely be gameplay in it where it's okay, we could tell that's gameplay. Just like the first God of War, we saw that, we're oh yeah, we could tell that's gameplay even if the trailer is cinematic or in a certain type of way, with how it's edited and stuff. I think we're seeing gameplay. What that gameplay entails, I don't know. I imagine, we'll still see the axe, of course. We'll still see the Blaze of Chaos. We'll probably see most definitely see new abilities with them. Perhaps we'll see new weapons get introduced to the game. The original God of War was, God of War 2018, I should say. You famously only had the two weapons, three if you include the fist and all. But it was really well done, the combat and everything. It was nice and tight and focused. So perhaps adding more weapons could kind of, possibly help lose that focus. We don't want that. But it could also, add extra variety and expand the combat in some really interesting ways. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and just the story implications of whatever we're going to be shown in whatever this trailer is. Of course, this is not confirmed in any way, shape, or form. This is just a prediction, but I really think this is when we will see it. This will be our first time seeing gameplay of it, and then we'll get more information, maybe a bit after the showcase, maybe a few little bits more footage, who knows, and then the game will probably just go dark for another couple months. I think that's what's going to happen. Well, of course, we will find out next week. So my next prediction is going to be Horizon Forbidden West. I think it's going to show up again here. We did just see it fairly recently. We saw it, we last saw gameplay of Horizon back in, I believe it was June. I was at the very beginning of June or end of May. It was around then when we saw gameplay of Horizon, our very first gameplay of it. It looked awesome, it looked great, it looked fantastic, and we just got the release date like a week or two ago during Gamescom opening night live. So the pieces are there. I imagine maybe we'll see another trailer for Horizon, not like a gameplay demo, but just a short trailer showing, expanding some more about what the story is going to be, showing us some of the new characters we're going to be coming across, some of the returning characters that are going to be there, some of the new environments. I think we'll see another, like a short trailer like that for Horizon. Nothing too crazy, nothing too groundbreaking, nothing that's going to like wow us, or maybe it will wow us, who knows. But I think we'll see something there, maybe just a quick little thing for Horizon. So now my next prediction is kind of 2 in 1. I'm thinking that we will see something The Last of Us related. Now, is this going to be The Last of Us a multiplayer that has kind of been in development for a long time and Naughty Dog's been quiet about? Possibly. Is this going to be The Last of Us remake that is reportedly in development over at Naughty Dog? Possibly. Or we could get both of them at the same time. You do The Last of Us remake, and then you announce, hey, Factions is coming back as well, and it will be working with Last of Us Part 2, so it'll be new maps and old maps all together at the same time. Possibly. I think there is a chance that this appears here. I think of the two, Factions is more likely to appear than The Last of Us remake, just because I imagine the remake is probably not as far in development as Factions. I don't remember all the details about the development timeline for Last of Us remake though, so I can't remember. I can't say for certain off the top of my head like the likeness of it appearing. But I think Factions has a very good chance of appearing here. It's been a while since we heard anything about it, and we know that Naughty Dog is still like staffing people in roles for the multiplayer and stuff that they're doing over there. So I think this is when we see it. I think we're gonna see it during the showcase this next week on Thursday. Now, one of my more exciting ones that I'm really hoping we see, I don't think it'll happen though, because this team has been like on 10, firing on all cylinders ever since the PS5 launched. But I think maybe, and I'm hoping maybe, we see a teaser for Marvel Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac. I don't think it is likely at all because, as I said, we just got Miles Morales from them at the end of 2020. Then we got Ratchet & Clank this year. I'm sure that like Spider-Man 2 was like definitely in development, a ways in development, but I imagine we'll probably be a bit before we see it again. Like I could see us first seeing that game next year. I don't think we'll see it this year, just because maybe don't want to officially announce it too early. But who knows? Maybe we do see it, and that would be awesome. I would love it if we did see it. It's because I really love Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man was amazing. Spider-Man Miles Morales was also just fantastic, just a step up from the first one. The second one, like the bar is getting raised even higher. I wonder like where they're gonna take things in terms of gameplay and everything, seeing as how we now have 2 Spider-Men in their universe and all, in their world. So yeah, I wonder if we'll see that. I'm hoping we do. I think the chances of it are pretty slim. Greater chances than Last of Us remake, but still pretty slim chances, I'm thinking. So my next one is going to be the rumored From Software game. There have been some rumors that have kind of recently started floating around that From Software is making a PlayStation exclusive game, and it's not a sequel to Bloodborne. So I wonder if this is true. I forgot how legitimate the person who made the prediction was, who kind of like, not made the prediction, but started the rumor, who put this rumor or leak out there. I forgot how legitimate they are. But if that is true, I think this might be the right time to show it off. Be like, hey, they made Bloodborne for us. It was fantastic. We just had Blue Point do Demon Souls, which was originally a From Software game, and now we have From making another PlayStation exclusive game for us. This is what it looks like. It'll be coming at some point in time in the next like 2-3 years. I think that'd be a bombshell announcement for a PlayStation 5 showcase for sure. But who knows? We'll see. The grain of salt of that one is incredibly small. So I'm not really counting that one. I'm not really counting on that one to happen. Now, next up, I think that this one is a bit more likely than the From Software game, but even still, who knows what's going on with this. The rumored Silent Hill game. It's been rumored for a very long time now that PlayStation is working on an exclusive Silent Hill game, and it's one of those things where I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. There's no way we would have these rumors for years and years and years, and it's not true. There's nothing coming of it at all. So I think it's real, assuming it's not abandoned, of course. But I think it's real, and I think that if it's gonna be shown, it will be shown now. Part of the reason why is because I know earlier in the year, I believe it was VGC, they had reported that Konami was, they were potentially working on a Silent Hill game with who was it? Bloober Team. Yes, with Bloober Team. Boy, I don't know. I'm mixing up my details. Bloober Team kind of hinted that they were working on something with a big publisher, and then after that, I think it was VGC, but don't quote me on that. Some publication came out and said, "Hey, there are rumors we've heard that Konami has licensed out Silent Hill to 2 different developers. One of them is a big Japanese company, and it's going to be revealed this summer." If it's true, that feeds into the Sony PlayStation Silent Hill thing, and this would be the time to reveal it. This is still summertime technically, so I think that there is a good chance that we will see that then during the showcase. I think it's time. Again, where there's smoke, there's fire. We've been hearing about this for so long, so many times, over and over and over again. I think if it's true and if it's not abandoned, this is going to be the time we will see it. We will see gameplay. It'll be like a gameplay trailer of sorts, kind of like how the Resident Evil 7 first reveal kind of was. It'll be kind of like that maybe, and we'll get a release window, not a solid date, but like a 2022 or 2023 or something like that. Probably 2022. That's what I'm thinking on that. So my next one is another first party one, that being Gran Turismo 7. Nothing too exciting here, honestly, in terms of predictions. I just think it'll appear here. It's been a very long time since we saw it, and we now know it's coming to PS4 as well as PS5. So I think we'll see gameplay of it. We'll get a release window of like spring 2022 or summer 2022, something like that. But nothing too exciting here. I don't think it's going to show up. Alright, so now moving a bit out of the exclusives area. Well, actually, no, I got one more kind of exclusive here, that being Kena Bridge of Spirits. I think like the game is coming out in about 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks as of recording. I think it might just pop up here real briefly, real quickly. Nothing too like dramatic or long or jaw dropping. Just be like, hey, don't forget this is coming soon, coming very very soon. So I think that'll be there. But what I was going to say originally was I think that we will see for the first time next gen GTA 5, the official next gen version of the game. I think we'll see it for the first time here during Sony's showcase. I mean, it was even first announced during the very first PlayStation 5 event that happened last year. We know it's coming out November 11th. Rockstar has said as much. I think that this might be where we actually see our first look at the game running on PS5, like with whether it be 60 FPS, with the ray tracing, with the 4K, with whatever enhancements this new version of the game has. I think this will be where we see it during their showcase next week. And if we do, I don't think they'll spend too much time on it. I think it'll just be a thing of like, hey, here's a trailer, and in the trailer you can see just like, oh man, the reflections, the lighting, the vehicle and pedestrian density, all that stuff, the 60 FPS, all that stuff. I don't think it'll be anything too long though. So that's my next one. Now, I also think that we will see Little Devil Inside. This one was also shown during the very first PlayStation PlayStation Showcase last year for the PS5. And this one we have not seen or heard anything about since its announcement last year. I know we haven't seen anything. Maybe the dev team has like dropped some news. I haven't really read any or seen any, but this game has been kind of quiet. And it was actually kind of one of the standout games from that PlayStation 5 showcase last year. So I think that it'll return. I think this is when it will return. We'll get another look at it, and possibly even like better look at gameplay, but also a release window, preferably a date, but a release window of sorts. So maybe fall 2021, or sometime they'll just say 2022, and they'll be like, all right, now we know that's coming then. Cool, fantastic. I think we'll get that. I'm really looking forward to that game too, so I really hope we do get that. And speaking of Little Devil Inside, actually, I also want to say I think we'll probably see other indies as well. I don't think we'll see a giant slew of indies, but we'll probably see a couple other indie games throughout this showcase as well. Maybe Solar Ash, just like another quick look at it. Nothing too long, because we've already seen a lot of that game. So maybe something like that. But yeah, I think there will be some other indies here. Other indies here for sure. So next up, I think we're going to see some gameplay for Forspoken. What we've seen so far, we've seen trailers that were had real quick snippets of gameplay. But I think whatever trailer we get, because I think we're going to see this game there. Because I'm pretty positive we will see a Square Enix game there. It's not going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, whatever that's called, because I imagine that's not getting shown until next year at the earliest. It's not going to be Final Fantasy 16, or at the very least, there's a very slim chance of it being Final Fantasy 16, because the director on the game has already said that they would like to have something at Tokyo Game Show, but they don't think it's going to happen. And Tokyo Game Show is in September, the same time as this PlayStation event. So if it can't be at Tokyo Game Show, it's not going to be here. So yeah, and I just think that if we're going to see a Square Enix game, it will be Forspoken. But like I said, we've been seeing quick snippets of gameplay. I think this next trailer will give us a better idea of the story of the world, and we'll actually see a better looking gameplay. It's not just a really quick 5-second quick cut to a bunch of different shots of gameplay footage and everything. I think we'll get a better idea of what the game is and how things play and what the story is and so on and so forth with whatever we get here during this PlayStation 5 showcase. I'm very excited about this game. I really hope it does appear. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul, but I really hope it does. And again, like I said, I think we're going to get at least one of these big Square Enix games to appear here in the show. And of the three, those three being Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16, and 7 Remakes sequel, I think Forspoken is that one. Okay, I got another one here. Another one being Hogwarts Legacy. That was, again, first revealed and formally announced during the September event last year. I think that this is another time for it to, just come back to the PlayStation stage and show itself to the world again. Last time when we saw it, we saw some gameplay, we saw some story stuff. It looked cool and everything, but I think this will be the time where we get a better look at the game and see some more gameplay at all. I think it'll look really cool. So yeah, I think that'll be there. But if not, again, the team did say it's coming next year. Might be some time before we see it. So no harm, no foul, but I think it's going to be there. And this isn't the game one, but I do think that maybe, like I predicted during the E3 predictions episode, I think that we will get confirmation of an expansion to the PlayStation Plus collection on PS5. If you did not go watch the E3 predictions podcast episode, by all means go ahead and watch it, because I don't remember all the games I listed out there that'll be added to the PlayStation Plus collection that I predicted. But I think we'll get, confirmation or announcement of new games coming to the PlayStation Plus collection, whether it be because they're swapping out with other ones or it's just being added, so the number will be increased. I think we're going to get an announcement of some sort like that. And that would be really cool. That would, again, just increase the value of PlayStation Plus and make it even more, enticing and just exciting and a great thing to have if you're a PlayStation owner, especially a PlayStation 5 owner, for sure. But that is it. Those are going to be my predictions and hopes and wishes and dreams for this PlayStation Showcase. I kind of kept them realistic to an extent. Some of them are you might be a bit hopeful there, but this is what I imagine will probably be there. Of course, anything that's possible, could show up during the showcase. I'm sure things that I can't even think of could possibly be there. So that's just what I could think of possibly appearing. Let me know down below in the comment section, though, what you think will appear there during the showcase. Again, remember, it's coming up next Thursday. What's today? The 2nd, so Thursday the 9th. It's coming up very soon. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a really cool show. Almost, for sure, almost certainly, it's going to be an amazing show. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll talk to you all next time.